All right, we are on the top of Iwatake mountain. This is the Hakuba city bakery. There's also horseback riding, bunch of stuff up here, but it's this right over here. Check it out. That is the real champion, as these three are about to go mountain bike riding all the way down this hill. Check out the view from the top. This is worth the trip to Hakuba just for this. This is a wonderful day trip from Tokyo. We kind of drove here, took 4 hours, but we're also camping in the area. And we decided this morning to drive to the ski lift and then come up via ski lift to this point. And this is what you get for all of you that have been waiting on this channel to see places outside of Tokyo, which is, I definitely, whoa, those guys are really mountain biking. They're like doing jumps and stuff. There's a course that takes you all the way down from the top, apparently. But the view from here is just stunning. And you all know on this channel, I'm trying to take you to places off of the beaten path all the time, to the countryside. I've taken you to Saikawa and Hokkaido just the other day. And now we're in Hakuba, which is a famous ski town, but also very enjoyable during the summer because it's cooler here. The temperature probably 10 degrees cooler than it is in the rest of, in the Kanto and the Tokyo region. But it's a pretty exciting cable car ride to get up to the top. They're still operating the cable cars despite the fact that, you know, it's something that you do in the skiing season. We also do it here. Let me show you exactly where we are on the map, just so you guys have a reference of where we are. It's about a 4-hour drive from Tokyo. You can come here by train. I guess there's trains from Nagano City. This is in Nagano Prefecture. But we're on the top of Iwatake Green Park. That's where we are standing right now. And there's a ski lift where the blue dot is. Oh, actually, that's the mountain bakery. I'm about to take you there in a second. We're on the top of the world, it feels like. It's really special up here. Again, the air is much, much cooler. I got a long sleeve shirt. Leo's got a parka on. These really wide sweeping views of the city of Hakuba down there. It's totally different view in the winter when you have snow. Look at the river down there. Such a beautiful natural area of Japan. Closer to the Sea of Japan side than it is the Pacific side. And there are the Japanese Alps right there. And then that's where we are on the map. In comparison to Tokyo, you can see a 4-hour drive from there. It's a pretty drive. There's a bunch of service areas that you could stop off, get lunch, etc. So it wasn't too bad. I kind of like doing it, and I'm going to take you to my camp spot tomorrow morning as I show you what camping is like here. But it's a beautiful place to come here. I'm going to walk around a little bit more in the top, but I also wanted to show you what the cable car experience was like coming up to this area. Check this out here. So this is about a 5-minute video that I'll narrate for you. Iwatake gondola lift Noah. They're actually building a new one, which should be operational by the winter apparently. But this is still the old one. Tickets it's 2,400 yen for the ski lift and access to the Green Park. There's no entry fee. I guess it's all included into one. And there's a 100 yen discount coupon if you can find it. We got it. I don't know, Kanai seems to be really good at finding these coupons. And she got it, I think it was at the Michino Eki in Hakuba. But we saved 200 yen coming up. Leo is under elementary school age, so he's free, which is great. Having anybody over the age of, I guess, 6 or 7, you're gonna have to pay, I think, half price for kids to come up here. There's the pass that we got from the ticket center, and we got to go inside of that gondola, which is so cool. And for Leo, I think he'd been in the one in Yokohama, but that's not that high. It's about 5 minutes or less. And we're gonna get an amazing view here. The window was open, so we were able to even get the camera outside to take a couple of pictures. Check this out. That's just craziness, right? This is just a couple of centimeters away from it. This 360 camera gives you such a unique perspective. But you can see us sort of inside there. But the view from the gondola is just so spectacular. And you know, the fall foliage is already starting to change in some of the places in the higher peaks, but I would say it's going to be about mid-October when it's really, really nice. We're not quite there yet here, but some of the higher places you can see it's just starting to turn. But again, this year it's going to be about 10 to 12 days later than normal. This is inside of the gondola. Again, you can see how crazy the 360 cameras are. I don't know, it seemed like over a 10-minute ride to get to the top. Again, they would use this in the ski season. So Javier Rami writes in here, if only I could teleport there. We would love to have you here. It would be nice to have some friends with us. That's why I guess it's nice to have you in the live stream as well. Jason is here as well, Beyond Travels. Nice to see you guys. Ramsey Silent, Joy, Gracie, Five-Toed Sloth Bear, Saya as well. So this is the City Bakery. And again, like I just thought, I got a bakery addiction, and I'm trying to stay away from it. I've been doing a very good job, but I broke down and ended up getting a bunch of baked items, and now I'm hooked again. But you can see, just like you get a bunch of bakery items, some coffee, and you just sit outside at a picnic table, and either in the forest or on the deck on the other side. This is like the type of thing that a lot of people are looking for that you can't really find in a lot of places in Japan. But Hakuba is special because there's a lot of Aussies who come here and ski, so there's a lot of international influence to the village of Hakuba, the town, the city, I guess. And it brings really amazing places like this, which you have kind of a different kind of style. I think because Japan's population has been, oh, that cookie shake, I didn't get that. It seemed like it was sold out, but the cookies here were so good, as well as this muffin, kind of like a cinnamon roll muffin. But there's an aging population in Japan, not a lot of young people, so you don't get a lot of the younger, like trendy type of places. You get a lot of older stuff at some of the attractions, but this you can see is so well done. The renovations are going on all around Japan to try to modernize stuff from that bubble era from the 1980s, which is definitely overdue. And at this particular tourist attraction, we really do feel like you're in Switzerland or something, you know? You kind of probably get that feeling in the winter if you were to come here. Here's inside of the bakery. It's not too big. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger. I didn't know what to expect, but whatever they had, it was really good looking. I think we got a biscuit, and I got that the #1 option. Japanese love to rank things, and they had like the top 3 items ranked. And so I got that one, this cinnamon roll biscuit type of thing with snow on top. It's actually powdered sugar. Leo got a cookie, and we sat outside on the deck. That's like, I should not be eating that. Oh my goodness. What did I do? There's raisins and chocolate and all sorts of stuff in there. And with the 360 camera, you can go a little crazy. But the view from up here and just sitting out on the deck, if you can snag a table, that might be better, but it's really nice to be out there. And on a day like this, when you just have some clouds, I think the clouds really make it more impressive, but a little bit of blue sky, you definitely need that color, and it's such a relaxing feeling. It's supposed to rain at 4. I'm praying that it doesn't, but the trees probably would like some of that rain. You can see it's still down there, the river, untouched nature, it seems. A lot of bears down there, I bet. And Leo trying to break through the glass. He was throwing not rocks, but grass over the side. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Look, I could not get him to stand still to take a picture. So, you know, it's gonna be, it's just a little hard having a 3-year-old anytime. Now there's some attractions up here, which is interesting. After you take the gondola up here, there's another gondola that'll take you down there. But there's also like these, I don't know, like adventure sports. Hakuba is one of like the adventure capitals of the Nagano area, in the sense like there's so many people who come here for skiing and other things. There's a lot of investment to do these kinds of, I don't know, like trikes going down here. And there's a couple of people that are getting ready to do this. I would do it if I did not have my wife, who is not that adventurous. Getting her to go camping was something of a feat. Like seriously, that was something of a feat. But these look really, like, I don't think these are like free fall. You better have some guts in order to go down free falling down this path to the other side. I guess if you can't ski, you can ride. Should we hang out here for just a second to see if they go? Leo's gone to the horsey area. This tent, this is about the same size as our tent. We'll see, we'll come back in a second. They also have mountain bikes that you can take out there. You put on helmets and you can go down there real fast. There's a restaurant here, but I do recommend that the bakery and the view is way better up here. And here's the new ski gondola that they're building right now. How you doing, Robin? Nice to see you. When you guys come here in the winter, this will be done, I believe. It looks like everything is in place. They're probably hurrying up for the winter season. That's the high season here, not the spring and the summer, but the summer. The fall is also so beautiful, and this is the signal was not very good, but this is the path that leads to the other side. A lot of you might be tempted to do the Sound of Music scene here, and I would encourage you to do that. Why not? You know, I might have done that. You know what I mean? Like, how could you pass up the chance to do something ridiculous? You know, you guys could play the music in your heads. I don't know. Well, that's not gonna win me any awards. And people are looking at me. I'm kind of camera shy. Not really. I have no excuse. There's no excuse for that. Why don't I even show it? Sometimes you have to draw a line. But the food here, all over, is incredible. They're famous for their grapes in Nagano and plums and all the other things. And the ichijiku, the figs, are so good here as well. So it's reflected in some of the cuisine and the juices and all the other good stuff. And by good stuff, I mean ice cream. So this will take you to the big swing. There's a big swing apparently somewhere. There's a smaller swing over in that direction, but you have to be 110 centimeters, and Leo failed, so we couldn't do the big swing. Let's go see where Leo is. The air is so good up here. Except I'm smelling myself, and I don't smell that bad. I smell pretty good, actually, but I smell enough where it's messing up with the fresh air. It's a chocolate too, from the cookie and the muffin. Or it could be, you know what it is? It's not me. It's the horses. I was like, that's not me. Who here thought, if you think it was not me. I figured it wasn't me. All right, 8H is here. Hey John, fast question. Taking my family to Japan for my 5th trip. Don't need to do golden route spots. Good, but looking for more quiet areas. This would be one of them. Thinking Kobe and trips to Lake Biwa and Awaji over to Tokushima. Those are all excellent destinations. Those are all excellent. It just depends what time of year you're coming. You said you're coming, oh, you didn't write exactly when, but you know, the one thing when you're planning a trip to Japan, remember that Japan has 4 seasons, and each season is different, meaning you could go on the Golden Route 4 times and you would have 4 different experiences because of the weather and the scenery of the cherry blossoms. You have the autumn foliage, you have the summer and the longer days and more activities, and you have the winter with the skiing and all these other different foods that come out at different seasons. It's such an amazing, whoa. They do have bears around here. The camping spot said, he said, well, we haven't seen it. He said in Japanese, we haven't seen a bear in a while down here. And I said, in a while, what does that mean? Like a week? He wouldn't specify. But if you're coming in December, I would recommend going to an onsen and staying at a ryokan, staying at a Japanese traditional inn. Please try to do that, because this is the one thing that a lot of in particular Westerners seem to miss out on. That's where you get Japanese culture, Japanese cuisine. You feel like you're in Japan most at a Japanese traditional inn. But instead of one night, I highly recommend that you spend 2 nights, splurge a little bit, and make sure you get half board, which is breakfast and dinner. You're gonna get kaiseki ryori 90% of the time. And if you have special things that you can't eat, there's special diet. If you call them and let them know, the chef will prepare what special meals for you. It's an amazing thing. And you know, and if you're not used to going into a hot spring, getting naked in a public setting, you know, put that aside. This is Japan. When in Rome, do as the Romans. When in Japan, do as the Japanese. And you're gonna thank me for it, because the first year I lived in Japan, I thank you so much for the question. The first year in Japan, I was shy to go to the public baths. Big mistake, big mistake. Once I started to, I can't stop, and now I don't really care too much about public nudity, as you can tell in all of the times I've done naked man festivals and whatnot. It does help to keep in shape. That those cookies and baked items are not a good thing, but just a little bit goes a long way. Going in December, last trip was Sapporo in December. Onsen, I know we had a private onsen is a good way to go. Yeah, you know, coming out to the mountains is also really great. Going up to Tohoku, where's a good place? Nyuto Onsen is really nice. It's got that white water. That's in Akita. Going up there and would be highly recommended to find some places in Tohoku because you're way off of the beaten path. Shikoku is also quite nice. Dogo Onsen, I believe, is under renovations right now. But there's no way you can go wrong. I see Leo has found the horses. I thought that smell was me, but it's the horses.
Oh,
Do you like Hakuba?
yes.
Why?
Why? It's fresh air in
Why?
nature.
Why?
Why? Because of so many mountains here.
Why?
Why? Because in Nagano, it's not Tokyo.
Why? This is how we talk with Leo. Everything is why. So she's good. See how she didn't even question it? She's just used to answering why. Leo. 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 Can you ride the horses?
No,
Why?
because
Is he angry because he can't ride the horses?
over 100.
Oh, he's too short. Well, he can play with the rocks.
It's making a tower.
Oh, he's making a tower? Is that what that is? This is, if you do come and visit Leo's tower of rocks. So we do have two horsies here. So he can't ride the ponies, he's not big enough.
Actually, it's not pony, it's a horse.
Yeah, these are horses. Some good looking horses. I'm not gonna say it, but down there on the mainland they eat basashi. Just saying. Not gonna happen, but it could. If you're not 110 centimeters in Japan for kids, not a lot that you can do, but that's just part of the fun. I don't know. Our friend Ramsey Silent is in the house as well. How you doing, Ram? Thanks so much for that. It's great to see you. And Michael Sassano, we used all of your super chat for lunch right at the cafe. So I want to say thank you to that. Let's walk over to the side and give you one look at this beautiful view. I think I can go on this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Coffee for lunch and bakery items. I'm not hungry, that's why. It's now noon and we had muffins and stuff. Wow. Can you guys, who would not want to live here? I guess someone who lives here and there's not enough. They want city stuff. I'm kind of tired of the city. Is that a cricket? Oh, it sounds so nice. I highly recommend Hakuba in the winter, and if you can manage September. If it's just too hot in Tokyo, this is so nice, this weather. Again, I got long sleeve shirts at night. At night, it's good camping because it's cool enough where it's just perfect temperature. It's just comfortable. I'll show you our camp spot tomorrow morning. But I'm really happy. Can you like, oh, this is the old ski. Oh, so they put the horses where the old ski lift was. You could see it was connected here, and now that's been put out of business. That does look like it's from the 1950s, right? This looks like a 1950s design. Great. Any questions? Leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. I try to look at the comments a couple times a day. I usually do the first couple of hours afterwards. I know who comments first every time as well, so I appreciate that too. And like I wanted to get this out before I came, but this video will be coming Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday if I can manage it. I just ran out of time. It's pretty amazing to see the entire square watermelon harvest in Japan. I get invited. I know the creators, the son whose father invented the square watermelon, Yamashita-san, and it's been great getting to know him over the last 7-8 years. And he gave a shout out to me on national TV at the interview. He's like, this time we have YouTuber John Daw back. He was here 8 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, he shouted me out on national TV. That's awesome. Why? He didn't have to do that, but he did. And actually, it's still available on YouTube. And I went there. I've already done the square watermelons in an episode before, but I really wanted to see how they're doing now. It's kind of different than it was 8 years ago because of the declining population, a lot of issues around it. So you're going to get a new look at some of the younger farmers and more detailed, in-depth look at the square watermelon. So I think you're going to love this very much, including a time lapse of the square watermelons. There's a time lapse in there. All right. Lest I share too much. Lest I share too much. So go and check that out. Coming in a couple of days. But first things first. This trip had been on the books for a very long time, and I had to stop and roll out here, or as Leo says, Paw Patrol on a roll. What do you say, Leo? Paw Patrol on a roll? Chase is on the case. Here, show me your Paw Patrol t-shirt. There you go. He doesn't, Carrie, he's not into Bluey. I don't know why, but he likes Paw Patrol. Because probably his friends like it, so. Can't be helped. All right, everybody, so there you go. That's a good look at Hakuba. If you want to know the prices, there it is right there. You can get a 100 yen discount if you go to the Michino Eki or some of the tourist shops. The discounts do add up. You could probably save about 20 bucks from all the tickets if you're here for a couple of days based on those coupons. They charge 700 yen for pets, but kids under 6 years old are free, which is good. And if you're a disabled adult, apparently, that's half price about. So it's good that they have some discounts. Nothing for seniors. I guess because senior citizens are way richer than the younger people in Japan. That's kind of so true. I don't think they should give senior discounts in Japan because the seniors have, a lot of them have worked so hard. Now the yen has gotten so weak. They lived through the 80s and the bubble era. If they save their money, they're probably filthy rich right now. So I don't think you give a discount to the seniors because there's so many of them. It's not a very good business plan in Japan. Over 65 is more than like under 30, I think. So it's funny that they don't offer a senior discount. All right, everybody. If I keep on showing you this, I'm going to end up embarrassing myself again by doing Sound of Music looks, and that's not a good look for anybody out here. It's not something that you should do publicly. It's okay if I do it, but I don't recommend anybody ever follow in my footsteps. Doesn't work. It's painful. I'm actually in pain watching myself. It's not good. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you in another stream tomorrow as we bring you to our camp spot, and you can see what it's like to camp with us, which is the same as everybody else. All right, bata ne. I didn't hear you. Say it again. What? I can't hear you. Say it again. What? Why? Get some taste of your own medicine. All right, mata ne.